Hello again, this is PC Delta Link back with more of our Enigmatica 2 Let's Play Normal Mode, and this is episode 68. Alright, at the end of last episode we had finished setting up our Californium reactor down in our Nuclearcraft area, and if you look at it now, you'll see our pipes are filled. We have let this run for quite a while to build up fluid, and we're actually starting to get fluid in the tanks over here. So I honestly forgot how big these tanks were. I could have made these like a third of their current size and it would have been more than enough. I mean, we will never need as much fluid as what's going to eventually accumulate in these things. So, but yeah, they are building up slowly. But the lines are full here, so we are able to run this. And we have some depleted fuel here, if you see. We'll go ahead and throw that in here. And actually, I have a power output for this thing. We have a quantum entangleporter. And let me have, yeah, an ultimate cable works. Let me put in for, I had to set the frequency. Not power gen. I think it's just Nuclearcraft. So then that should be outputting into our induction matrix downstairs over here. Oh yeah, much better. 28K, yep, that's from that one reactor. This one's currently at 375 million RF stored. We'll end up getting back to that a little bit more later. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that it is still going. Our drawers upstairs, I believe, are full. Yeah, 32 stacks is their limit, so they are full. They are still slowly being melted down. Oh yeah, and all the pipes back here are full as well. And if you look at our main system, the lapis and redstone are constantly draining. But it's easy for us to fix that without really much effort. Like, I can just say, give me 3,000 redstone, and that only takes 250 ore. And I've got another 4,800 ore left for redstone. And lapis is pretty much just as high on how easy it is to get more of it. Alright, what are we doing today? Today we are going to move into fusion reactors in Nuclearcraft. Now these are completely different in how they're set up and how they are made and whatnot, and they're pretty big. Not vertically, but horizontally, they can take up a lot of space. So, let me see here. Yeah, give me just a minute. I got one last thing to check real quick that I forgot about, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I actually could not find the information on what I was after, so we'll have to get back to that later. Alright, so Nuclearcraft Fusion Reactors are very large multi-block structures. And it starts with this fusion core right here. Now, this is made from 2 chemical reactors, machine chassis, 2 magnesium diboride solenoids, and 4 elite plating. Now, some of this stuff we've never made before, so we're going to go through it. So let's see here. Let's start with the chemical reactor, which we've got right here. And this is just 4 advanced plating. The servo mechanism, the machine chassis, and the electric motor. All these we've made before. So we already have the 2 here. And our machine chassis and our diboride solenoids are already here. But elite plating is a whole different thing entirely. And it's actually pretty hard to get. So first off, the elite plating comes from DU plating, which we've also never made before, with 4 boron ingots and this crystal binder. We'll get back to crystal binder momentarily, but let's look at the DU plating here. And DU plating is made from sulfur, uranium-238, could be the oxide or the regular one, doesn't matter, and then 1 piece of advanced plating. So we have that right here, actually, for DU plating. So go ahead and grab one of these. We're going to need more than this, but that's just to start with. And we just got a quest done for that DU plating. Now, crystal binder. This is kind of where some of this gets annoying. So crystal binder comes from pulverized obsidian, magnesium dust, calcium sulfate, and crushed rhodochrosite. Alright, so this is getting into those rock crushers we made a few episodes back. Oh, somehow that just now gave me the fission controller quest? Really? So, let me go through this, because this is where, this gets kind of silly. So, crushed rhodochrosite comes from our rock crusher from granite. And this gets us crushed rhodochrosite. So that's one right there. And the next one for crystal iron, the other big one, the obsidian magnesium is not hard to get. That's pretty easy. But calcium sulfate, this stuff comes from a crystallizer. We'll get to that machine in a moment. With calcium sulfate solution. The calcium sulfate solution comes from a chemical reactor with fluorite water and sulfuric acid. This is just ridiculous. And then the fluorite water comes from a fluid enricher with water and crushed fluorite. And finally, the crushed fluorite comes from our rock crusher with diorite in it. So, yeah, this is the chain that we're got to set up to get these done. So right here we have our fluid enricher. This is 4 advanced plating, the electric motor, machine chassis, and a hopper, and 2 pieces of lapis lazuli. So not too difficult. We'll go ahead and grab that. And then right here we have our crystallizer. This is 4 advanced plating, 3 copper solenoids, the machine chassis, and a cauldron. We'll go ahead and grab that as well. And then we'll get back to... This stuff is more for the fusion reactor itself, but what we got here is what is the process of making said fusion reactor. So, alright, we need to go downstairs because we need sulfuric acid, as you just saw, and I believe I can leach it off this pipeline right here. I think. Don't quote me. This is going to be probably a temporary setup because once I get this fusion reactor set up, we won't need much of this material ever again. At least I don't think we will. I hope we don't. But in the meantime, we are going to need some of this. So let's see here. Let's start with... I don't need ultimate cable for this. I need some advanced. It'll be fine. Let me just set this to a normal power out. Oh, right. We have to set the energy to... and eject on. No, not for items. Power. There we go. Okay. So let's get our rock crusher set up. Now, this is... Eventually, I will have an area dedicated to this stuff set up, but for right now, with me just wanting to... Oh, good night, that's gonna... No, that takes forever. Let's get some speed upgrades up in here. And we'll do some energy upgrades as well. I don't know how many upgrades these things can hold. I have no idea. So... Okay, there's 4. I don't know if it's like mechanism and it holds 8 or not. I guess we'll find out here in a moment. Oh, hey, we got some upgrades for that. Alright, let's start with... Oh, it can hold 8. Alright. Holy cow, and that's still, like... Really... Give me 4 more speed upgrades. Wow, I had no clue that was going to be that slow. See, I knew I added these recipes to this for a reason. Let's see how it is now. Okay, well that's slightly more manageable at least. We'll probably let this build up to about a stack of everything. Wow, that got nothing there. Yeah, we'll let this build a little bit. In the meantime, let me keep looking at this on what we need the sulfuric acid on. So... We need the... Okay, we need the chemical reactor. Needs the input from the sulfuric acid. So, do I have a chemical reactor? Alloy furnace, rock crusher. Now, I thought I had a chemical reactor made and ready to go. Well, I did teach the recipe to the system, as you can see here. So, we'll just go ahead and let this craft it for us. It'll probably take a second, but it shouldn't take too long, hopefully. I say that, and now we're waiting. But we're waiting for the other stuff to process anyway, so it's all good. There we go, chemical reactor. Alright, I should have some pressurized pipe. No. Okay, well, I have one ultimate pressurized tube. And I may not even need it, come to think of it. I think, can I do... Oh, I don't want it to touch that. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Okay. So we got our sulfuric acid in here. And I think I'd said this before, but Nuclearcraft and Mechanism play very nicely with each other in terms of, like, the gases and liquids converting to whatever form they need to be in. So that's something very handy, and I'm just going to do this for now. Gosh, this room's going to look awful at the moment. There we go. Okay. So now we need to work on getting the fluorite water, because the fluorite water's got to be pumped in here. And we're going to need our crystallizer. Go ahead and place that there. How's this doing on our... Oh, this is going pretty good now, actually. One stack of this process will probably be enough for our purposes. I'm going to go ahead and grab out granite, because we're going to need that next. Okay, and back to our fusion core over here. Crystal binder, blah, blah, blah. Calcium sulfate. Fluorite water. Fluid enricher. Okay, so we need our fluid enricher. Which, we got that right here. So let me... This is cramped enough right over here. Okay, we got this here. Actually, can I put this in a slightly different spot? Let me try this. So, mechanical pipe. I needed my mechanism tool. Have that set to pull. Give that some power. Right now I need another pipe right here. We'll put our sink back here. Now, this is so janky. Alright. Get some water in here. Okay. So now we need our fluorite. Let me drop that in there. Hey, we're getting it. Okay. Look at that. Progress. Calcium sulfate solution. There we go. It's really building up very slowly, but... yeah, this will be fine. Okay. So now the question is, which fluid is going to be pulled out of here? I need the calcium sulfate, not the hydrofluoric acid. So, let me... That's hydrofluoric acid. Not what I want. Okay, let me see what's on this side. That's also hydrofluoric acid. Well, what the heck, game? That's not what I need. I need... Can I set this to where this goes... No, 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 no. I'm honestly not sure how to pull out what I need here. Because I'm getting hydrofluoric acid, which I don't want. Okay, I have an idea. Give me a second here. I need this to craft one more time. Okay, once this crafts again. Clear the tank. There we go. You had to sometimes work with the game in a different fashion than you'd expect. Okay. We have our calcium sulfate. Okay, let's get our granite in. What just happened? Oh, okay, it didn't go anywhere. Thought I lost a tool there for a second. Alright, we need our crushed... Oh, frig. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Dang it. Okay, break that. Break that. Okay, I don't need a whole lot of this stuff. It's possible we might be able to get by without having too much issues here. And let's see here. For the crystal binder, I really only need 16 of it for right now. So if that's the case, I only need 8 pieces of calcium sulfate, which is less than a bucket each. We might already have enough. I just need enough crushed rhodochrosite. Actually, yeah, we should be good. Oh, we need power. Duh. That's why nothing's happening right here. There we go. My apologies, guys. Yeah, I don't have a dedicated area set up for this kind of stuff yet. Eventually I will, but it's going to be a little while. So yeah, I only need 8 pieces of this calcium sulfate and we'll be good. And we should have enough of this other stuff. I'll just go ahead and let this run, but yeah, I don't need any of the rest of this for right now. And 8. Okay. So let me dump our items in here. And let's just make... We need 16 crystal binder. Oh, we need magnesium dust. Flip. Okay. Magnesium dust I can do. If I can spell properly. No, not that. Okay. Let me get the... Turn the output off just in case and go ahead and crush down our magnesium. Okay, turn the output back on. Okay. How are we short a piece of calcium sulfate? Jeez. Are you kidding me? Because it's down here? Oh my gosh. Okay, and now we're out of that, but that's okay, because we got what we need. We haven't exactly enough. Alright, so now if we come back up here... There we go, we got our elite plating from the crystal binder. That stuff is a pain in the butt to make. Alright, let me throw the crystal binder I got left back in here. Because I did teach the system to create elite plating. So we need 3 more pieces of elite plating. We should be good. Yes. And this shouldn't take but a minute to craft this, if not even that, probably. In theory. Oh, we're uncraftable. My bad. That's my fault. Okay. So now we have our elite plating. We can finally create the fusion core right here. Okay, so now we have the fusion core. Now the next step. We're not done yet. Yeah, oh, you wish. Alright, so the next thing. So these fusion reactors are fairly big, and they require a ring of... look at this. This is a large box of text around this. But you have to have a ring of electromagnets around the fusion reactor. And that's what holds your reaction. And it's going to be in the configuration of this. It's like a ring of electromagnets with a hollow center. And that's going to go around the entire structure in a ring-like shape. So we'll need a lot of these electromagnets for this ring. And so here's one of them. This is the transparent fusion electromagnet. If you take out the piece of glass, you get a normal fusion electromagnet. So this is just copper solenoids and advanced plating. Really not too expensive. But it's kind of nice because you're going to need a good amount of these. So alright, these also require power to be active in powering this reactor. Each of these is 50 RF per tick. So, alright, we are going to go ahead and grab this one. And yes, I did teach the system how to make these as well. Thank goodness. So I'm going to order... We're going to need probably a good amount of these to start with. I'd say 2 stacks minimum. Holy cow. 2 crap, 700 lithium. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, there's a lot of stuff we're going to need for this. 480 advanced plate. No crafting CPUs are available. Oh, because it's way too high a bytes for our system to handle. Okay. Let's make a slightly smaller one then. How about 80? Can you handle 80? No. Alright, clearly I'm going to have to be upgrading some crafting CPUs when I get the chance here. Let's go for 40. There we go. There is so much stuff this thing has to make for this. Yeah, definitely will not finish this in this episode. But there was just so much setup involved in this. Oh yes, and we'll also need these. These are fusion connectors. I'm going to get fission and fusion backwards so much in this pack. Fusion connectors are what attaches to the fusion core. And that is what like holds the ring, for lack of a better term. Once I get a couple of these things made, I will kind of show the start of the setup for this, but yeah, we'll end up not starting it really until next episode. Actually, this is going pretty quick, all things considering. When you look at the literally hundreds of items it's having to make. Is that tough alloy? 500 tough alloy. Flippin' heck. And that's only for 40 of them. We're gonna need more than that. I may end up having to turn those mining drills back on at some point. Alright, let's head over here for now. I'll show you. I don't really have a true room picked out for this. Not yet, so I could just kind of dug out a space to build one and demonstrate it. Right in here. So yeah, I don't know if I'll end up expanding this and make this the fusion room or not. We'll see. Alright, we're going to put our fusion core right in the middle of the floor here. So it's rather large, as you see. Takes up a 3x3 radius. And let me check on our magnets here. Oh, we are getting a couple of them. Okay. So let me grab a few of those. Yeah, 9's not bad. I'm going to need a couple... How many of these do I need? I need 12. And I've already got 1, so I really need 11. Okay. We'll see how quickly this can create this as well. Yeah, I have stored and craftable on here. 3 more magnets are done. I didn't realize it was going to be such a ordeal to get some of this stuff. Oh, all the tough alloy is still being pulled aside for these. That's why it's not really starting yet, because it needs tough alloy. Okay. Yeah, this is... How much lithium do I have? That's aluminum. Okay, we're good. We got almost 3,000. Ooh, we are actually running out of lapis lazuli. Down to 2,000. We'll have to see about fixing that. Our coolant's doing pretty well, though. How we doing here? Well, I can get started down here, I suppose. Alright, so your fusion connectors, they go on these panels on the side right here. Oh, that's if you just right-click it. Okay. So yeah, you can see there's a very complicated interface. It's a lot of stuff going on in here. Sorry, we're going to need some of these fusion connectors to really do anything, but I can demonstrate kind of the basic shape. Sorry. This reactor can have different sizes for the rain. Right now the rain says it's incomplete. But the size of your rain is determined by how many fusion connectors you put on here. So if you, and they have to match. So if you have one on each of these, then you're going to have a size 1 reactor. And so on. And how this is done, you have your fusion electromagnets right here I'm going to demonstrate. And then, again, you have to create that rain shape. You can get rid of that. Whoops. And we're going to have glass on the outer ring, but this is just to show you the shape of it. So yeah, you have to have this structure around the entire fusion reactor. So that's why it is going to take quite a lot of fusion magnets, fusion electromagnets, for this to be completed. Even with us doing, you know, like, just a small one of these. And we're going to do a size 3. Actually, this room may not be big enough. But yeah, that gives you the basic shape. Whoop. Where are we at on this? Oh, it's down to 10. And just a crap ton of crafting it's had to do off screen. Now, what fuel do these take? So the fuel that these reactors use, let me see. Yes, here we go. So the first one we're going to be doing, and the easiest one to get a hold of, is going to be hydrogen. And we can use hydrogen just from our electrolytic separator in water. That's perfectly viable. So we're going to be using hydrogen for our first fuel. And this is kind of like the fission reactors in a sense that you use the output fuel to get to the next tier of fuel. Each fuel has a different power output, a different like fuel requirement for how much it uses and how often it uses it. So just to give an example, we start with hydrogen right here, and the output for this is deuterium. And then the next one, you see we have hydrogen for one of the fuels mixed with deuterium, and that gets us helium-3. And then this one, we have helium-3 and hydrogen gets helium, and you know, it just goes on and on. Of all the different kinds of fuels and combinations there are, here's 2 with just pure liquid deuterium, with neutron fluid as an output, helium-3 tritium. I mean, all kinds of different combinations yet. I've really only experimented with the, what is the green one? Oh, tritium. Okay. I've only experimented really with hydrogen, because that's the easiest for me to get a hold of, and I managed to create a functioning reactor in my creative world with that. So yeah, that's why we're going to be doing with that. I'm not sure. We might look into getting another couple of these, but we're not going to build as many of these as we built like our fission reactors. We only built that mainly for the crafting the Californium 250 for the RTGs. That reminds me, we do have some of this depleted fuel. So if we run this through our fuel processor, we should yeah, Californium 250. So we can make some of that real quick. Our crafting ought to be about done over here. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let me grab those fusion electromagnets and the fusion connectors. Yeah, with this Californium 250, we can make RTGs. Looks like we're going to need a couple things first. I don't have any graphite? Seriously? Let me get some advanced plating. Then graphite. Wow, I really don't have any. Okay. Alright, well that shouldn't take but a minute. Oh, I thought I grabbed two. I guess I only made one. Oh well, no big deal. Alright, so let me go ahead and make one of these, just so we have it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the one was in the system. Got it. There we go. End of the line. That was actually a really cool little jingle right there. So yeah, these are RTGs. And these both will produce, what is it, 300? Yeah, 300. So this is 600 RF per tick, free, forever. Constantly. Never ending. So very handy for some stuff if you need it. Low power stuff. And actually, I just realized one of its applications could be helping out with these reactors. Because see, one of the problems with these fusion reactors is at the start, when you're first setting them up, they are very inefficient with fuel, to the point you're actually losing power running them. Yeah, this is the size reactor we're going to build. No, I did build the room just big enough for this. Barely. It's going to take up the entire room. But see, each of these electromagnets, as they're on the ring, requires 50 RF per tick to stay active. And that actually, when you think about how many of these things we're going to have, that adds up really quick, to the point where it's actually quite a lot of power you'll need to run this thing. Eventually, this will be self-sustaining, and more than that, it will give you a huge power surplus. You'll actually have quite a lot. Actually, is that how close is this? Wow, we actually had enough to create one part of the ring. I'm a little surprised. Go ahead and put that one down there. So yeah, we're going to work on getting more of these crafted in between episodes, but this is starting to give you the basic shape of what it's going to look like. So yeah, we'll get this set up and started the next episode, but that's going to be it for now. We're already at our time limit, so thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll continue working on this next time. Have a great day.